Good afternoon, everybody. This is Professor Dr. Kamal Bhattacharya from Motherhood University. This video is for my students of English, those who are pursuing English PhD and pursuing coursework. Today I will discuss about under reader response theory, Juliet Mitchell's very controversial and famous essay, Narrative and Psychoanalysis, by Femininity, Narrative and Psychoanalysis by Juliet Mitchell. So, the relationship between feminism and psychoanalyst or analysis is a problematic. In one of his lecture, Freud, he said, he presented the problem, woman as a problem, and I discussed these things in my previous lecture. Okay. There are many other misogynist the trends evident in Freud's oratory and writings also, which have made feminists worry of his bias. Okay. Further also, he is often accused of curtailing and diminishing the diversity of the individual woman's experiences into a restricted and unvarying formula that will fit within its own theoretical parameters. So, certain important points are to be noted that in classical psychoanalytic theory, female psychosexual development is only marginally and infrequently discussed, because in every society the relation between psychoanalysis and sexual polarity is considered as taboo. Okay, as taboo. It is measured against a masculine norm, or it is considered as deficient. Okay, because the masculinity is derived by the power of physical strength and penis. Many North American feminists believe that the concept of penis envy, okay, developed by Freud in his account of the female version of the castration complex. So please, what the phrases I am using over here, please listen to these phrases and type it in internet and try to find out the meaning, because some words, some sound not decent, though it is academic. But however, in order to avoid the indecency, so I request you to go and find yourself what is the meaning of castration complex as represented the misogynist bias of psychoanalytic theory. Feminists considered misogyny a sufficient ground for rejecting psychoanalysis as a feminist theoretical tool. So they do not consider psychoanalysis theory to be applied or to be used for the feminism, to discuss about the problem, psychoanalysis problem of the womanhood. Simone de Beauvoir was undoubtedly the major feminist of the post-Freudian critical sense, post-Freudian. Okay, therefore, her views on Freudian theory. Since she was a lady, so it is considered, accepted, and understood that her view will corroborate the view of the womanhood. Beauvoir took up the topic psychoanalysis in The Second Sex, 1949, in his book The Second Sex, and devoted a whole chapter for the psychoanalytic point of view. What she discussed? She discussed that she denounced Freud's idea that there is but one masculine libido and no feminine libido with its own original nature. So she doesn't agree with the view of Freud because the sexual organ cannot be the mark of masculinity or mark of discrimination. Beauvoir took Freud to task for not considering the social origin of masculine and paternal power and privilege, and considered his theory inadequate to account for woman's otherness. So Beauvoir does not accept, because Freud considered women as the other sex, other species. Okay, they do not. He does not, or he did not consider women into his theory. And psychoanalysis theory is also part of that he did not think it to be fitted for the womanhood. She also argued that if women envied men, it was because of the social power and privileges they enjoyed, and not because of the anatomical superiority. So the woman sex, the vaginal structure and the the penis, they are just organs. Okay, so they cannot be considered, taken into account as the superiority of human or of manly world. So Simone de Beauvoir, she believed that psychoanalysts rendered woman as the other to a subject rather than a subject herself, and thus denied her existential freedom. So she pointed out in Freud's explanation that Freud did not want to give a room to the woman, and it should not be the subject. Okay, so woman was not given or denied as a subject in the society, and also at par with the male partners, okay, in the society. So this view of Freud was nullified by Beauvoir. Okay. So the French philosopher Lacan, he also, Jacques Lacan, he put very important view. Okay, his work had a powerful influence on the feminist critique of psychoanalysis. His ideas have been taken up, transformed, and challenged by other feminist writer and other psychoanalysis theory like by Julia Kristeva and Luz Irigaray, Irigaray, Irigaray. What he said, what Lucan said. Lucan's work is admired for its debiologization of Freud. Okay, biology is a natural phenomena, and the women or men they cannot choose their own the sex. So a woman is born and a man is born because of the genes. Okay, so there is no option for one to choose whether I want to be a man or I want to be a woman, female. So at the same time, the work is derided for its phallocentrism. Phallocentrism, that is, focus on male point of view. Phallocentrism is male point of view of the existence of penis, not other. In fact, these two aspects, debiologization and phallocentrism, are intertwined in Lacan's work. Both of them depend on Lacanian concepts of language as a symbolic order that precedes and makes possible human subjectivity. So now we come to the point of reader response theory concerned with psychoanalyst theory that we have started with Juliet. We started with Juliet, okay? Juliet Mitchell. So, when you are reading a text, the reader, the analysis of the text would definitely be considered, definitely be thought as far as the gender is concerned. A male and a female, when they are reading a particular text, will decipher the meaning, will understand the meaning, will explain or amplify the meaning in their own cognitive pursuit. Okay. So Lacan believed that his work is a return to Freud. This return to Freud is accompanied by insights of structural linguistics and structural anthropology. So now see how one by one the scientific terms are connected each other in order to understand the reader response theory. So here reader is changeable, and you cannot expect a particular text to be deciphered in a unique way. So the thought process, the explanation of the meaning of a text read by a particular personality, many things are conjoined, like sex, gender, the biological attribution, and the gene, the genetic attribution, and all these things are intervened. So this return to Freud is accompanied by insights of anthropology, linguistics, structural linguistics. Okay, Lacan was the pioneer in introducing the ideas of Sassures and Roman Jacobson, structural linguistics. It is a difficult subject, difficult topic, structural linguistics, where linguistics is a medium of thought, and the word, the phrases, the syntactic, the grammar, the application of words are all involved in making the sense of a particular writing text. Okay. So Roman Jacobson on structural linguistics and those of Claude Lévi-Strauss on structural. Claude Lévi-Strauss, they are the pioneer of structural linguistics and anthropology into the field of psychoanalysis. So anthropology is a study of human bones and their genes and all these things. So a group of people living in a particular area, a particular place, under particular culture, will definitely have their own thought, and it will vary from man to man. Okay. So some of Lacan's views on Freud are renovative in nature. Freud had theorized that there is only one libido. Okay, there is only one libido, and it is masculine. In the significance of the phallus, in his essay, the signification of the phallus, phallus, the signification of the phallus, Lacan explicitly states there might be two libidos, masculine and feminine. Masculine and feminine. At the outset, it must be made explicit that the expression, the French feminism, as I told you in my previous lecture, that feminism in French society and feminism in Indian society cannot be the same. The idea, the perception, the conception cannot be the same. So French feminism is a misnomer. Okay, it is a misnomer because the authors are rarely of French origin or nationality. So when you are overlooking, remember, if you are overlooking a particular state, particular culture, particular nation, and you are not yourself as of that particular race, so you cannot have that particular sense. It is not possible to you to predict and to assimilate all the values that come up within the society, okay, of which you are overlooking. So the prominent writers are Lewis Irigeri, Julia Kristeva, Sarah Kaufman, Catherine Clement, and Helen Sixos. Lewis Irigeri, remember this name. I am pronouncing clearly so that you can go and find out about them. Lewis, Luce, Lewis Irigeri, Julia Kristeva, Sarah Kaufman, Catherine Clement, and Helen Sixos, Cixous. So their ideas on the relation between the maternal and the feminine subjectivity differ considerably, because they worry about Freud's lack of attention to mother and wonder if women can be subjects or citizens without adapting to masculine norms. So, this is a very genuine point of view, that if women, they do not have the um, masculine virtue, masculine point, so they cannot be the subject of a society. Okay. So while deriding Lacan's phallocentrism, they suspect the access to language assimilates women into neutralized brothers. So, women, when they read a text, they will be their own point of view, and women, when language is treated by women, so it will be assimilated as neutralized brotherhood. Okay, brotherhood. So this is a 20-minute video. I hope I will give you continue with this one, because I don't want to make this video longer, because it will be very tiresome and boresome for you. So next time I will also continue the psychoanalysis theory in respect of the other views, that how the language, the structural linguistics, and the reader response theory that combine together. Okay. So for the day, thank you and have a nice day.